Hey everybody, welcome to my lovely Erin Condren haul / first impressions. So excited you're here and to get into all the Erin Condren goodies. If you're unfamiliar with me and this is your first time here, my name is Tef. I'm a planner addict, sticker designer, and cat mama to Coco and Opal, and Coco has already come on the desk. Don't know if you can see a tail here, but there is one. So welcome to everybody who is here watching live, and I also like to say welcome to everybody watching the replay. I love you all, and I really appreciate it. Want to give a quick shout out to a couple people who are here already. We have Caramel Cookie, hi, Lynn, That Homeschool Life, Sarah, Yvonne, Ackman, thank you all for showing up. And again, thank you to the whole replay crowd. I love you guys. So yeah, we are gonna go ahead and get into the Erin Condren haul. So excited. I have a pile of springs here because we're probably gonna have cats galore on the cam here going on. So that is going to be really exciting. Before I get into the actual Erin Condren goodies, I do want to disclose, and I may have forgotten to click the button in YouTube. Oops, if so, I'll have to fix it later. But Erin Condren was kind enough to give me a $100 gift card to go towards this shopping trip. Therefore, it's sponsored in part by Erin Condren. I also put some of my own money and shop credit into it as well. But thank you so much, Erin Condren, for sponsoring this year's shopping trip. I really appreciate it. And thank you for working with me. If anybody does want to support the channel and help me keep the lights on, all that good stuff, I do have Erin Condren affiliate links down below to most of the sections that we're going to be talking about today. So usually I would say let's go ahead and get into the screen share immediately, but currently Coco's sitting on the screen share. So let's go ahead and do that, and you can see the loveliness that is Coco's fur, and then we have an opal tail right here. She's like, don't wag my tail. Don't do it. Happy belated Mother's Day. Yes, Lynn, thank you for mentioning that in the chat. Happy belated Mother's Day to all. I'm not currently a mother. It looks like Coco has deemed that it is appropriate for us to start now. Now Opal is demanding attention. Can you see? You can see her shadow a little bit. And no, being a fur mama does not count as a mother for the purpose of Mother's Day. Alas, I do not count myself. I say I'm a fur mama, but I'm not really. So at any point, if the face cam starts getting really annoying, by the way, let me know and I can turn it off. I have the little quote that I had on the screen just a minute ago, ready to go in the spot of the face cam. But I wanted to have it on here because I'm sure there are going to be times when I am chatting with you guys. The other thing I should mention is that while it would be very hard for the cats to knock the main face camera, they can definitely knock the camera that's pointed downward right here at my beautiful Erin Condren box. So if we have any jongling, that would be why. And we just threw a spring. First spring of the day, I went and I grabbed a bunch of them. A couple of them were in the cat's water fountain. My cats are very sophisticated and they will only drink spring water. Let's go ahead and get into the Erin Condren goodies. This is the box. Obviously, I covered my address. Yeah. I have not gone through everything in super big detail. Whoa, okay. But I have gone in and taken off coupon codes. So, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know I did have a little poke around, but I have not gone into everything in detail. So, are we ready to open it up? Are we ready? Aha! Okay, I know you can't see much of anything right now, and the box does not want to stay open. I will, in just a second, move the box, and we will just look at one thing at a time. But I want you to have the experience of being here and kind of opening it with me, even though, as you can tell, the tissue paper is a little ripped from when I opened it. It was like that-ish. Erin Condren. I always like the way they wrap their boxes. It's very nice. It's so much fun. So let's go ahead, open it up, and the first thing we have here is a card that we have seen pictures of before, thanks to 𝗚𝗏𝗏. And so this is the Harmony collection. This is just saying like, hey, you know, here it is. Enjoy 15% off. I put washi on the little thing to block out the code because that's my code, not your code. Sorry. And then on the other side, we had a couple of streams where we went over all of these in great detail. I can see a little bit more detail on the card because I'm actually physically holding the card. So that is very, very cool. I believe it was last week on Sunday as well as last week on Monday for planner news. And yes, Mondays are typically planner news, but this week is a weird week and we had to usurp planner news because first off, hauls are so much more fun and important. And secondly, a lot of the planner news stuff we either talked about last week when we analyzed the sneak peeks for the teacher lesson planner on Thursday, or we would talk about this Thursday when I talk about the town hall teacher lesson planner stuff because the embargo doesn't lift until tomorrow for that. So we did a little switcheroo this week, and this week we're doing a haul on Monday, but usually usually Monday is dedicated to planner news. 𝗚𝗏𝗏, I'm sorry to hear that your thing is still in transit. That is always a shame. Mine was actually delivered a couple of days early. And Sarah, so typically what happens as far as tracking goes is when Erin Condren prints the shipping label, that's when it will show up as like info sent to FedEx. I'm not sure how much of a delay there is between when they print the shipping label and when they put it on the box. Some places will use that as kind of like a packing slip or a way to label whose order is whose, and some will not. So, but usually for me, when the day after I get the notification that an order has been created by FedEx is the day that it starts moving. I don't know if it's an account set up with FedEx or if I just gave them my phone number or address, but basically anytime FedEx has a package for me in their system, I get a text. So I know it's coming, and in fact, I saw that text before I saw the notification from Erin Condren. Now there's a spring in the box for the kitty 𝗚𝗏𝗏. You want the spring? You want the spring? All right, go get the spring. All right, now that she's gone and gotten the spring, let's go ahead and move on. Here is the box of all the goodies. I'm so excited, and I just realized I have no idea how I'm going to organize my desk when I take this box out of frame, because the other side of my desk where I would typically think of putting it is where I have my second lamp so that it's not in as much of a shadow. It's actually not as bad as I thought, but the lighting's a little bit better. There's a glare. Whatever, I'll figure it out. So this is the box. So for those of you, oh my God, she just brought the spring back, guys. She just brought the spring back. Like a dog. Oh my goodness. She won't fetch when I tell her to, but sometimes she will just bring it back because she still wants to play. And she was not watching when I threw it. Seriously? Opie. She's like, no, it's bath time. Okay, we're gonna get another blue spring. You want it? Okay, awesome. So what I was gonna ask you guys is, do you guys want to go top to bottom in the box and I can just like take out whatever's near the top? Or do you want to do planners first and then accessories? So it will kind of end up being bottom to top, but I know that the planners are like kind of the big thing. So you want to do them first or kind of leave them for the grand finale? So I will give you guys a minute to let me know about that. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to grab a sip of coffee. And I just realized I forgot to bring my water cup to here. So since I'm giving you guys just a minute to give me feedback, let me go ahead and really fast, I am going to turn off my camera, go get my water cup. That will give you guys a minute. It will like literally take me 10 seconds. There we go. There we go. Yay. Quote. And my beautiful face is back. Okay, so let me go ahead and see what the chat looks like. Top to bottom, planners last. Top to bottom, awesome. And I'm assuming, Yvonne, when you're saying she's showing off for us, you're talking about Opal. And yes, Opal, she's smart. But I've come to the conclusion that when it comes to cats, the smarter they are, the more of a butthead they are, and the more annoying they are. So I don't think we have anybody saying they want the planners first, so we are going to do the planners last. Wait a minute, did someone say bottom to top, top to bottom, planners last? Yeah, okay, cool. So we shall go ahead and move this. Oh, I had tweezers out because I had to fix something right before the stream. I was running late anyway, and then I had a couple of issues come up. Okay, so I think the only place I can put it is over here. And I'm just gonna have to pile all of the stuff up as we go. You know what? I lied. I'm not gonna do entirely top to bottom. I'm gonna start with this that was on the side. And that is because a couple of the things that are on the top are pens. And I want paper to test the pens out on. So this is one of the order freebies. I like this little bag. I'm assuming for one reason or another, they didn't come in like normal packaging, and so Erin Condren had to get bags. It's an interesting choice if that is what happened, that they got these instead of cello bags, because typically, Opal, okay, she is literally on the other side of the desk playing with all the springs. Okay, come here. Down. Down. Thank you. Okay. Yes, I taught my cats down. So anyway, typically the closing bags like this are a little bit more expensive than cello bags with just a little bit of adhesive. That's what I use to package my stickers, typically. So that's an interesting choice if indeed they were doing this because they didn't already come in cello bags or something like that. Might be one of those things where they were trying to go for a packaging option that could be a little bit more reusable for the customer. Maybe they couldn't get the appropriate size cello bags in a good amount of time. I don't know. I'm probably reading into this way more than I should be. But I just wanted to point that out because that's what we do. We point out the tiny little details that other people might not notice or mention. So this is the freebie sticky note. And it actually did not come ruffled up like this. I did that when I was trying to put the box back together after I went in so that I could washi out. I was going to say like black out, but actually put little strips of washi on any of the codes. So I messed it up. It came pristine and perfect. So this is one of the order freebies. So we have this big sticky note that says important, and then we have the smaller ones. These do not have any writing on them, and then we have to do and today, and I think I'll just get out a ruler. I was gonna say I don't think those will fit in the Erin Condren vertical. They'll fit great in the horizontal, but since I typically use the vertical, and the vertical has the same columns as the hourly, I figured I would just go ahead and measure them. Yes, this is an Erin Condren ruler, and yes, it is also very dirty. Sorry about that. Okay, so I think which side is inches? I can never, oh, bottom is inches. Okay, cool. So this is, yes, definitely. So Erin Condren boxes, or like vertical boxes, and the columns for the hourly are 1.5 inches wide, and this is probably not the best ruler to use. It was the one I grabbed because it was small, but in keeping with the Erin Condren theme, this one will probably be a little easier to see, maybe. All right, I don't know if you can see that because the clear in my desk doesn't really work all that well together, but it is nearly 3 inches wide. So if you are a horizontal planner, you will be able to fit these in the specific days for each of the, for the weekly pages. If you use the hourly or the vertical, these will be too wide, and I don't know off the top of my head how wide the monthly pages are, but I'm pretty sure they're wider than this. So just know that. I mean, it's one of those things that's probably so small that it doesn't really matter, but it's one of those tiny little details that would have been cool if Erin Condren had done. But whatever, I think these are still really cute. Honestly, I probably wouldn't use these as to-dos anyway. I'm probably just gonna use them to write stuff on. I love sticky notes. I keep them by my desk. I bought some myself in my order. So that is that, and as you can see, it has the in bloom styling. So let's go ahead and move on to, actually, again, I have a couple things that came on the sides of my box. Let's just start with those. And again, I'm doing that partially because this is the other free gift with purchase. And this was the one I was really excited about. I mean, okay, sticky notes are cute, don't get me wrong, but I can buy sticky notes. Like Erin Condren already has sticky notes. There are sticky notes at a lot of places, whereas this is very unique. It is a bookmark, a metal bookmark with little tabby things on it. And there definitely have been some talk about exactly how practical that is, because it would have space. You know, it takes up space. It is not a super thin bookmark by any means, but not everybody uses super. That's not a spring, dear. You want another spring? We'll do a green one this time. This one's a little bit more beat up, guys. Can you see that? There we go. Or maybe we should just keep her little head here and I can work around it. What do you think? Cat head? No, she's like, give me a spring. Yeah, give me a spring. No, she doesn't want the spring. She wants to hang out. Okay, so metal bookmark. This is not magnetic. It is, I'm not sure if this means Opal approves or if she has to put her scent on it because she doesn't approve. I mean, she approves enough to get close to it. That's probably a good sign, right? Not everybody uses super thin bookmarks is what I was trying to say. So I think this is more of the kind of bookmark that you would keep in a planner that is mostly going to stay open, that you want to have handy and you're not going to be using it. Maybe you use it to clip a couple of pages together or something like that. DDC Homeschool, have a good rest of your day, and thank you for coming back for the replay later. I appreciate you. These little tabbies are kind of what I was excited about, because I thought the idea of having a bookmark and being able to clip pages together, for instance, clip the week and the month pages together, would be very handy, and then also be able to have little page flags. I mean, there's nothing too exciting about these as page flags. They are definitely more of the plastic page flags as opposed to the paper ones. So they are more durable. They're good for situations where you're going to keep them in whatever it is for a long time. So for example, this is my D&D book, and I used Erin Condren sticky notes at one point to make myself little tabs because I was too lazy to make custom actual stickers. And as you can see, they're getting kind of beat up. Whereas a material like this is a little bit more plasticky, would definitely be a little bit easier. Not easier, but they would stay in one piece, or at least a nice piece, a little longer. These are technically one piece. I actually did use two for each, and then I just wrote the name on it. Oh, there's the page. So in case anyone's curious about how I did that, I used that from the Snap-in Sticky Note book. So Ackman mentioned wondering if the flag part can be pulled off when it's empty and you can just use it as a bookmark. And it's looking like there's adhesive down there. It is metal, which means it's going to be easier to clean off than some other surfaces, and obviously it's not going to peel. So you can be a lot harder on it than you could as if this was coated in paper or something like that. So that definitely gives you a lot of flexibility, and I honestly would be surprised if you couldn't take this off once you have used all of them. I'm very excited to give it more of a try though. I mean, it slips on there pretty easily. It can slip around a little bit, but I think as long as you're not in a situation where you're going to be constantly trying to pull it off your planner or whatever you're using it with, I think it will be pretty secure, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then just for the sake of succinctness of getting through all the stuff on the side first, we're going to go ahead and do the other two bookmarks. I think these were both ones, I know I bought this one, I'm pretty sure I bought that one too. Oh yes, because a lot of times I have like long running to-do lists that I want to keep going for more than 1 week, and whereas this one is a little bit more of a like planning the week and things that are going to be done every week, but not necessarily for projects that are going to be multi-week, if that makes sense. So I was completely enamored by this when we were looking at the pictures. I'm not sure if the foil is coming off, but I'm not sure if it's showing up well on camera, but it is gorgeous. And in some lights, it looks gold, and in some lights, it looks silver. I have to say, though, there are little bits of the foil, I'm not sure if you can see that right there, that actually are legitimately coming off. These down here, like, meant to look textured. This one, too. But this one, a little bit of the P has come off. Not a big, oh, whoa. Looks like there was a sticker on it? Huh. Maybe I got a damaged one. Yeah, it looks like there was a sticker on it, and when it was removed, it wasn't removed very well. I'll have to contact Erin Condren customer support about this if I can't get it off well. And with the way this is put together, I wouldn't be surprised if I couldn't. I'm not going to try too hard right now because I want to be able to take pictures to document the whole experience. That way, if I need to ask for a replacement, I can. But I am quite excited about these big magnetic bookmarks in general. I got a pack of LifePlanner magnetic bookmarks, actually, just small ones. Let me see if I have one handy. Nope, I think they're all in books right now. But anyway, like just small ones, like an inch squared-ish. And I use them all the time. So it's nice to have big ones that can also serve a functional purpose. We'll see if they end up getting in the way or if they end up being really fun and useful. But there's that one. And then this one is basically just a big to-do list. So as I said, this one for me is going to be awesome for running projects. I often have big project to-do lists and things like that. Same magnet on the inside, pretty strong. Does anyone else love to hear the sound of like magnets clapping together? Ooh. Anyway, so this is going to be really helpful so that I can have a big running long to-do list for a project, move it week to week, and actually have it in my planner, because a lot of times I end up just kind of keeping them separate from my planner on my desk or something like that, and it gets a little annoying. Hello, Coco. So that is that, and I think we've gotten through all the stuff on the edges. So now we actually get to the fun stuff, which is the pens. Okay. I did all that stuff first so that I could grab one of these sticky notes and use it to test out the pens. I'm just gonna, in the interest of keeping the best for last, I'm gonna do the wet erase ones first. I've actually used these before, and I got these because I wanted good wet erase markers to use for the dashboards, but my old ones dried out because I had them for a long time. So I like Erin Condren's wet erase pens. There's nothing wrong with them, but apart from the design on them, there's also nothing super different than any wet erase markers. So if you don't care about the design, I think you could just go to any store, office supply, Target, whatever, and then just get wet erase markers. But I was doing an order from Erin Condren, and I figured I would get all of mine at the same time. So I guess I should probably actually be good and swatch them all for you and not just like a couple. So we have black, purple, pink, pinky peach, I guess. It's a little bit pinker and darker than I would call a peach, but whatever. The yellow, I like that it, well, I guess it's more of an orange, but sometimes, well, obviously yellow tends to be a lighter color, and so it sometimes can be kind of hard to see. Green, light blue, and dark blue. Obviously, I'm not doing these on actual wet erase surfaces because it's just easier for me to grab a sticky note, but hopefully that gives you an idea of what these look like. And these are going to go immediately into my little wet erase marker cup so that, well, not immediately because I'm putting them back in the container for the time being because I'm going to have a big pile of Erin Condren stuff when I'm done. But very, very soon, these are just going to go into my wet erase marker cup and stay next to my desk in my little board thingy. Though I have to say, for my little wall organization center, that Erin Condren actually did gift me, by the way. But anyway, for those sorts of things where it's going to be on the wall and it's not in danger of getting wiped all the time, I prefer dry erase. Don't think I have dry erase right now, so I might have to go out and get some. But anyway, Sarah never uses the dashboard. I don't tend to use a lot of the snap-in dashboards, but I'm thinking that the magnetic dashboards are going to be different for me because I already use magnetic bookmarks. Maybe I am just being delusional. I don't know. But my wet erase markers are dead anyway, so I figure I needed new ones. So we have another sticky note, and we have these dual ink markers. These are the ones I was really, really excited about. Lynn, you have a great point about using them for covers. I don't tend to do that. Okay, oddly enough, I end up putting sticky notes on the inside of my covers typically and writing notes there, but using them for covers is a great idea. These are just so pretty. I don't know why I'm taking them out like this because they're going to get all jumbled real fast. So this is a flexible container, by the way, and I just mentioned that because Erin Condren has done hard, rigid plastic containers for pens in the past, which, if you're keeping them in the case, can be great. Part of me likes it, part of me doesn't especially care. So anyway, we will get onto these pens because really what I want to do is test them. I just realized I put it to the side, but I want to have it because the color names are on the back, and I want to be able to refer to that. Okay, so, by the way, I hold my pens weird. I'm aware of this. So first we have Fuchsia and Peony. So this one is Fuchsia. That is a really fine tip pen. I love that. And then Peony, the little chisel tip. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. And then next is this one. This one's Coral and Salmon. So Coral, I should do just one strip. Can I zoom in? Let me see. All right. Yes, I can zoom in. I'm using a new app on my phone to use it as a camera, and last time I used it for the one where we compared all the Erin Condren planners over the years, I was using the free version, and I just bought the paid version, which has more features. So I wasn't sure if Zoom was one of them, because I don't think it was with the free version, but it is with the paid one. So that one was Coral, and that one is Salmon. The highlighters, I mean, because that's essentially what they are. They're highlighters. Those colors are fairly similar, but as somebody who's not a huge fan of really super colorful bright highlighters, it is nice to have stuff that is a little bit more subtle. And if you're using these more for decoration purposes versus highlighting, which is kind of how Erin Condren marketed them, then I think that's perfectly fine. Anyway, so this is hot pink. And the chisel tip is light pink. That's another one that is very, very close. This one's definitely closer to your standard pink highlighter in a lot of ways. Next is going to be tangerine and butter. So this is the first one where the color names, tangerine kind of evokes orange, whereas butter evokes the thought of yellow. So we'll see how those two go together. That is a pretty orange though, and I'm usually not a huge fan of orange. That looks like gold in the pen. I mean, I'm sure it's not, but it looks like it. Ooh, that actually does look gold, kinda. Like it's definitely not a bright highlighter yellow. It's drawing a little bit brighter than it was than it looked when it was wet, but it's definitely not the neon highlighter yellow. I really like that. I really like that. I would have loved these when I was in school. I still love them now. I'll still play with them, but yeah. This one is moss and spruce. Again, I'm not into the huge bright greens, so I'm very excited that we have some that aren't. Moss. Oh, that's gorgeous. So pretty. Next, we have teal and mint. Here's another one where I feel like the names of the colors to me evoke slightly more different colors than like different shades of the same thing, but we'll see. Yeah, there's a definitely, it's not bad, but there's definitely a very drastic difference between those colors. I still love it, don't get me wrong. Next, we have Mermaid and Lagoon. That is a very, very cool name combination for the colors. So definitely like a blue-green for the mermaid. Oh, whoa. So that one is very pigmented. I am very curious. Like the other ones were definitely a lot more opaque. It feels like this one is not so opaque. Or sorry, the other ones were more transparent. It feels like this one is more opaque. Sorry, I mixed up my titles. Next, we have this one, which is navy and turquoise. Ooh, looks like there's a little purple in that navy. Nothing wrong with that, but you know. That's a pretty blue. That's definitely like the toned down version of what you would think you would find in a blue highlighter. Next we have royal blue and dusk. Oh. I'm gonna start a new row. Royal blue. Sarah, if these do really well, I would not be surprised if they end up coming out either with more colors or maybe smaller packages or something like that. And then I think they do sell a lot of the pens individually at the stores if you're near a store or ever get to go to one. I've never been to one, but you know. And there's dusk. Oh, that's gorgeous. I love that. Violet and lavender is next. Just looking at those, like, oh, so pretty. And I love the fact that they have definitely, I picked up just another pen. They have one purple that is more blue toned. They have one that's a little bit more pink toned. And then this one is iris and lilac. So it's probably going to be even more of a pinky purple. Ackman's saying so far they only sell the dual tip pens individually at the stores. Well, hopefully they start selling these individually at the stores because I'm already in love. So yeah, definitely a much warmer purple. Look at that. I mean, this might be as close to a highlighter purple as we get for any color. Yeah. A little bit more toned down than like the neon purples you get in highlighters, but oh, that's pretty. Purple and pink highlighters were always my favorite, but I am not like a bright colors person generally, except when it comes to stickers. I love bright colors and stickers, but around me and my clothes and stuff like that, no, not so much. Last we have black and slate. So this is their classic black pen, and then slate. So yeah, good gray. I'm curious to see how well this like stuff shows through this. Okay, I mean, I know that this is fairly light, so there's a little bit of opacity there. And then was it, which one was it? It was, I think, this one. That was the really bright one. No, I think it was one more down that I said was like really pigmented. Yeah. Okay, there actually is some opacity to that. That's gorgeous. Okay, I take it back. There's just enough opacity to that. And I was just checking because I just realized there was like so much ink that came out of it. I didn't want to mess up my desk. Oh, I am in love, 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 love with these. So, so happy. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but the slate and the whatever that was, I think that was the, was that Lagoon? No, it wasn't Lagoon. It wasn't Mint. I don't know. Let's see. This is Mint, Lagoon, turquoise? Yeah, maybe this was the turquoise. Yeah, I think so. No, this would have been Lagoon. Anyway, doesn't matter what the color is. Not sure if you can tell, but where I overlapped a little bit, they're blending together easily, which would mean that they are potentially really great for artwork if you ever wanted to do some coloring or shading and get a little bit of a faux watercolor effect with those. So that is the back and the name of everything in case you missed it earlier. I think that is all I have for pens, but you know what? I'm going to keep these out for a sec because our next thing is something that can be written on. And it is these. These are the snap-in bookmarks. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Okay. These are the Erin Condren snap-in bookmarks. I've talked about these so much. I absolutely love these. I get them every year. The years that Erin Condren doesn't actually send me stuff, I always make sure to buy them. So these are like one of my favorites. I get them all the time. I don't always use all of them, oddly enough. I took out this one as an example. So some of them are like very highly used, not one I used all the way up, some of them not so much, but I just love sticky notes and I get them every year. And we also talked about some changes. Bye, Yvonne. I hope you have a good day at work or evening at work, depending on where you are and what your time zone is. Bye. Anyway, we talked about the changes that they made to these. So the change that they made this year is they essentially rotated it, or it was like this, they rotated it like that. So it's basically the same size, but they did rotate it and put the little clips on this side so that they would fit in the A5 better. You still, I think, get pretty much all the same sticky notes. You get a long one. In fact, this one's longer than they were in previous years. This one, I mean, this one's from a few years ago, but you get the idea. We still have kind of a big one here. These are little triangle ones, and they always do something a little different. I wasn't a huge fan of the triangles, so I'm glad that we have something more like this instead. And like, these are going to be a lot more functional for me. We have the kind of big page flaggy one there, which was on this one as well. I like this one. This could be really good for covering, like if you're ever changing dates in your planner, those would fit really nicely, at least in the vertical right over the dates. These could also be really great, just like, you know, have a sticky note that kind of fits with that rounded motif. This one's going to be interesting. I'm not sure how I'm going to use that one. And then I just realized that the circle one has little lines in it, which I'm not usually one for lines in my planner, but in this particular case, I think it actually will make it more functional. So I will give Erin Condren a pass on that. Not that they need a pass from me, but you know. And I'm just gonna really quickly scribble on one of these a little bit so you can just kind of see. I don't know, I was gonna say see how it writes, but I'm more showing off the pens than the actual sticky notes. But yeah, I love these sticky notes. They stick pretty well. Not sure if you can tell, but that is firmly stuck to my finger. Sometimes sticky note adhesive is not very strong and will come off super easily. This obviously is gentle enough that you could put it on paper and pull it up without ripping the paper, but very, very good. And we can go ahead and clip this in the A5 when I pull that out, and we can look at how that looks. I think we have a couple more things before the A5 though. So next we have these 𝗬𝗏𝗡𝗍 snap-in bookmarks. I'm very excited for these. I think this was the only thing that I ended up changing out after my Shop With Me video. I did have snap-in bookmarks, but I think I had the Harmony ones. And then I saw these and I swapped them out because these were just gorgeous. So this is another thing that I get every year. I always get the snap-in bookmarks. I love them. They always hold them in with just like a little bit of sticky stuff. You have to get off. Oh. And because these are laminated, it's not. I'm copying what you got at the store, Ackman? Well, fine. Fine, I'll be a copycat then. These are laminated, so it's not a big deal that there's, you know, sticky stuff on them. But these are just, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Oh, wrong way. Okay. Oh, there we go. Aren't these just gorgeous? So, 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 so pretty. So pretty. I love them. This and this is probably a tie for my favorite, but like, I'm not as much of a fan of this by like the ever so smallest, teensiest, minute amount. These are just gorgeous. I'm so excited to use these this year. So pretty. Oh, there's not so much more to say about them, I guess. The back does have the little 𝗬𝗏𝗡𝗍 thing. I want to say in the past the back has either been blank or maybe it's had like Erin Condren kind of at the bottom, whereas this one definitely has the logos taking up, oh, I'm sorry, taking up more of the back. There, you can actually see it. I like how the backs are different colors and they still are very, very pretty. Oh, I'm very excited. Very, very excited for these. Okay, and then I think we have a couple rolls of washi and then we get into the planners. So, well, technically it's 3 rolls of washi, but two packages. So let's start with this one. This is the Productivity Washi Tape Duo. It has 2 16-foot rolls. That is crazy. So this, I got it for the little checklist washi because I need little checklists. I don't care as much about this one. I probably will give this away. I'm not sure if you can tell. It's a time strip washi. So this is great, especially for people that want kind of a hybrid between Erin Condren's vertical or horizontal and the hourly version, because you can essentially make your own little mini hourly section. The only concern I have about this is that if you don't use all the times, there could be a fair amount of wasted washi. As I said, I'm not anticipating really using this, so I will probably give it to someone who can use it a little bit more effectively than I can, in the interest of making sure no washi goes to waste. And then this is the checklist washi, which I'm really excited about. Okay, you know what's really funny about washi? I love washi. I love looking at it. I love shopping for it. I don't actually use it a lot. Which is awkward because I feel like we're getting enough of a community together that we need to come up with like a name or something like that for us, you know? And I was thinking the Washi Squad sounds good, but I'm not sure if the fact that I'm not like a huge washi person causes issues with that. But the Washi Squad kind of has a nice ring to it. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Maybe like, you know, join the Washi Squad by subscribing to the channel or something like that. By the way, if anybody is not subscribed and is thinking about it, if you do subscribe during a stream, there should be a little notification that pops up with your username on the screen. No one subscribed during a stream yet since I implemented it. I implemented it at the same time I put the chat on the screen, and I just didn't mention it. So I haven't had a chance to test it out yet, but in theory, if you subscribe while we're live, you'll get your name on the screen, and there should be a little chime. So anyway, this checklist washi specifically, I do anticipate using quite a bit, especially if I end up using the compact vertical, because I love checklists. And if there are lines in it, then I kind of need a checklist to go with them, because without a checklist, the lines, to me, it's weird because it doesn't give me as much freedom to do whatever I want with it as an empty box. It definitely puts some rails on it, but it doesn't put necessarily the right rails on it to work with my brain. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Ackman just unsubscribed and resubscribed. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything. Did I miss it? Oh my God. Maybe it doesn't work. I might have to go troubleshoot that. That's very sad. Maybe you can't like unsubscribe and resubscribe immediately. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it doesn't work apparently. I'll have to look into that. I was literally just like touching this and bent it, which is sad. Anyway, those are the productivity washis and the checklist washi, which is another one I was very excited about and I think would be very, very good for me in the compact vertical. Hey, stickers. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. This one's definitely a wider washi. Ooh. I think I need to get scissors out for that one. Where did my scissors go? They're not in my drawer. Why are they not in my drawer? Huh. You'd think someone that keeps like a different pair of scissors in every desk would be able to find the scissors when she needs them. But no, apparently I can't. So anyway, this is obviously a similar idea to the simple checklist productivity washi, except it's essentially, look on the craft table. There should be a different pair of scissors on the craft table is the problem. It's probably like behind my computer or something. Or on the floor. Sometimes the cats knock stuff on the floor. Or I could have moved it because I was frantically cleaning off my desk earlier. Oh, you know what? I think... Okay, so it probably is in a weird spot because... Oh, there it is. Haha, I found it. It was on the sticker cutter. These are the scissors I was talking about. Got these back in art school. Absolutely love them. Except I don't need them anymore. So this I partially got for the compact vertical, but also for the regular vertical, because there are some weeks that I don't end up using it because I am very much a sticker planner and I don't want to put stickers down. And I was thinking something like this, that, you know, fits in there quite nicely, has a little bit of color, might be a really good marriage, or I guess compromise, like, you know, quick. Because there are a lot of weeks where I'm like, ooh, it's Monday, I should sit down and sticker plan. Or I can design more stickers for my shop. Or I woke up late and I have to really quickly make a thumbnail. You're right, Sarah, this is a little narrow. I do tend to write fairly narrow. And for something like this, I would actually write small, and I'd kind of, depending on how long the thing I wanted to write was, I'd actually do it in like kind of 2 rows, if that makes sense. I'm weird, but yeah, I tend to write small in my planners. I'm not one for like big lines. I like small little lines, and when there's big spaces in the lines to like write big, I tend to write small and just do a couple of rows. I'm very excited about this. If you remember, during the shop with me, I was debating getting 2 of these, and I had to take them out of my cart because I was over budget. So I'm very excited to try this. And this was the Dollar Tree washi I used to cover up all my coupon codes, in case anybody was wondering. Yes, I got this at the Dollar Tree. I got it because it's like, in some ways, not real washi because it is not transparent. So it would actually block it out. Anyway, in case you were curious. It also doesn't tear quite as well as normal washi. So, first planner. For anybody who is wondering, I did get 2 planners. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use as my primary planner. I'm thinking it's probably going to be the regular classic 7x9 vertical, because that's what I've used in the past. I love the idea of having an A5 planner, so I wanted to give the compact vertical a try. So, anyway, I just wanted to let you know. And isn't this just a gorgeous, gorgeous cover? Love it. Before we get into this, though, I do want to go through the welcome packet. I only blocked out the codes in one of them, and I got 2 because I got 2 planners. So we will do the planner in just a sec. First, let's look at the welcome packet. And Sarah, you can always get interchangeable covers. So that's the one thing. Like, the one thing I'm like, okay, if you don't get the cover that you end up wanting, like, it's not that expensive to get another one. So this is the welcome packet. Hey, Dawn, welcome. You are here just in time to look at the planners. We just got done with the accessories. So here is the little card. Welcome to the EC family. We're so happy you decided to invest yourself and in your future goals. Technically, this is sponsored by Erin Condren, so they invested in me, but that's okay. You know, again, full disclosure, this is partially sponsored by Erin Condren, this whole thing. They gave me a $100 gift card, and then I threw in some of my own stuff as well. But one thing I was thinking about when I was looking at this prior to today's stream is that it always says, like, welcome to the EC family, and I'm not sure if it would be practical, but it would be really cool if they had another version of this for people who had already made a purchase with Erin Condren. This, you know, like, thank you for staying with the EC family or something like that. It's a really small thing, but I feel like it would just add one of those lovely little touches. So, Ackman, yes, you do get 2 welcome packets if you order 2 planners in one order. I've gotten multiples in the past, and I have multiples in this one. So we're just going to open one of them. I didn't bother blocking out the codes in the other one. So that's that. And then this is the other side. So they're talking about the LifePlanner difference. Our gifts to you. That's the little extras we're looking at here, as well as the bookmark that is on it. talking about accessories, and then they have a little planning tips page, erinCondren.com/get-started. I don't think I've ever actually gone to that page, so that could be a lot of fun for a stream, to go to that and kind of look around. I know I've talked before about potentially for a stream or maybe a series going to different planner brand websites and looking around and, you know, essentially like saying what I like and what I don't like about what I'm seeing for their planners, and looking at different stuff like the Erin Condren Get Started thing could be a lot of fun too. So anyway, that's this card. And then this is the one with the coupon codes that I X'd out. It is very cute, I have to say. And you can like fold it in half and stuff because it's perforated. Oh, adorable. And then all this stuff is upside down because I decided to start on that side. So here we go. These, if I remember correctly, are going to be pretty similar to what they've had in the past, just with the new themes and designs. These are Erin Condren's compliment cards, which are gorgeous. I never use them, ever. I have piles of them sitting around probably, except that I never do the welcome packets separate. Like I never separate them from the welcome packets, but yeah. So this one is themed after In Bloom, and it says, even when it seems impossible, continue to believe in yourself. And the idea is that you can write a little note to someone. I probably could have used these when I worked in an office, but I never did. This one says, you are beautiful, capable, and worthy. Very cute. Though, I have to say, I'm guessing that's just a like asterisk for design's sake, but it makes it sound like there's a footnote to like, well, you might not be beautiful, capable, and worthy in some situations. Again, that's just me being critical. Yvonne, I'm glad you made it home. Ackman, yeah, I hopefully won't forget to use them. There's definitely other stuff I will probably want to buy. It's coming out, so I will definitely do that. Ooh, Sarah's saying that you might tape them into the planner. That's a great idea. Very cute. I also made my own like DIY coil clips, and so I could put those on here and kind of make them into little clip-in bookmarks. They won't be as sturdy as if I used actual coil clips, but it would be very cute. And this one says, follow your passion and ignite your potential. And again, link on the back. So we have both Harmonies and In Bloom represented in the cards. And then we have a couple of gift tags. I have used these a couple times, but normally I just use gift tags at Christmas. And so I end up just making my own Christmas themed gift tags. That's just how it is with my family, because in most cases when we're giving each other presents for birthdays and stuff like that, you don't have to say who it's to because it's pretty obvious, so we don't bother. But anyway, this is absolutely gorgeous, and because there is a lot to this sticker, in theory, I could cut it up and just have the color blend sticker, or like use it kind of in place of washi or something like that. So we also have this one, which is holographic foil and absolutely gorgeous. Oh, the rainbows. All of the rainbows. So Jazzy, interesting that you say that you liked when the clear pouch was attached to the inside of the planner, because I actually didn't. When they didn't have the little like pull tabby thing, I could never get it apart. So I always ended up just putting stuff in the little pouch. And then when they added the little tab to it, I think they did it one year, like the little open close tab, that was just lumpy. And then I also noticed that just having it in there made it lumpy. So for me, the year that they had it like optional to put it in and it came with a coil clip so you could put it in, it's like, great. I don't have to have it in my planner. But that is a good point to bring it up. Another thing that they've taken out of the planners, because I don't know if you brought it up this stream, Ackman, but the LifePlanners used to come in a box. I think they raised the price that year, and they said, well, part of the reason why we're raising the price is because now they come in this cute little box. And this year, the LifePlanners did not raise in price, and they don't come in a box. Sneaky, sneaky. We are on to the planner. I'm a little bit worried about this. I'm sure it will be fine. I forget what theme I got this in. I'm guessing based on the color of the tabs, I got this in Harmony Neutral because I don't think I would have gotten in Bloom, but we shall see. This, by the way, is the bookmark. It's just over 8 inches long. I was so happy when they made these bookmarks more flexible because I am bookmark challenged, and when they were clip in and hard, I would always break the little prongs off. But this is very cool. I love it. Very, very cute. And I don't think I have an old bookmark handy, but they do have different bookmarks on the A5s and the 7x9. So we will be able to compare those two bookmarks. In fact, let me just grab it off the 7x9 and we can compare it now. Oh, I almost knocked the thing. So this is the 7x9 bookmark, which is just over 9 inches for comparison. Yay! Okay. And this is not specifically themed to any of these themes. It has the little Erin Condren asterisk flower thingy. So very excited. As you can see, I got the platinum coil, and the cover is a gold foil. Usually I like to match the foil of the cover to the coil, but in this case I was trying to keep prices down. So I decided not to. I still think it looks good. For me, it doesn't look quite perfect. And Ackman, you're right. There is an Erin Condren logo on the bookmark as well. That is tiny. All right. Okay, I did get Harmony Neutral. Glad I did. As I said, I'm not as much of an In Bloom girl. Oh, the vellum. You know me. I have like a love affair with this vellum, and then like when it gets here, and then I never do anything with it again. Because my planner just stays open. Ackman, I don't think you're cheap for getting the platinum coil. It is a personal preference thing. For me, I really like, in most cases, my coil to match the foil on the planner, and I really like the rose gold coils, but that's a personal preference. I don't feel like it's cheap not to get a colored coil. It's just a personal preference thing. So no shame whatsoever. Woo. So pretty. Okay, so Erin Condren compact vertical layout. This is my life. See, they could have put LifePlanner on the go here like they used to, but because this is actually an on the go size, but whatever. Yeah, Ackman, the giant code on the inside of the cover. I think it looks more giant on this one than it does on the 7x9s, just for a scale thing. But yeah, they didn't used to have the codes. The barcodes. Proud to say made in the USA. And the paper, as always, feels amazing. And I just realized I need to smell this planner because I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if I liked smelling planners when they were like talking in the town hall. Anyway, I'm gonna smell my planner. Yep, it smells like planner. I mean, I'm not a person that's like, ooh, new planner smell. I've never been like a huge smelling book person. It's not bad, but it's not like, oh, the most amazing smell in the world or anything like that. Here we have the cover pages with the little spread and the quote. And then on this, we have this particular tab. Lynn, I already smelled the planner. And we have our year, I don't know, 18 months at a glance. I'll smell the other planner. How's that? There is no decoration whatsoever on this page. Sometimes they'll have something at the top and the bottom, but this, in them trying to make it more neutral, is just black and white. So not that that's bad, it's just something to point out. They also, in doing 18 months at a glance, means that they can do the same spread regardless of if a planner is July to June or December or January to December or 18 months. So apart from it just fitting nicely, there's a practical thing that they just don't have to change it. And we have the yearly dashboard thing. I'm never quite sure what to do with this. I've done different things or attempted to do different things with it in the past. One year when I was trying to be like really into social media, I was going to use it to like track my YouTube and Instagram stats and stuff like that. I do have an Instagram, by the way, but I don't really post on it, so you maybe shouldn't check it out. I don't know. It is, I don't even know if I bothered putting a link in there in the bottom. It's at @𝗃𝗃𝗏𝗡𝗏 if you're curious and want to follow me in case I ever do post something or post a story or something. And then I also have one for my sticker shop at 𝗀𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗏𝗂𝗁. Again, I don't really post anything there. If I was to post something on Instagram, it probably would be the shop at 𝗀𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁 as well. And for anybody who doesn't know, apart from being here and being a planner addict and loving reviewing planners, I also run a planner sticker shop over on Etsy. So if you're in the market for some handmade planner stickers and want to support me and the channel, maybe help me keep the lights on or something, you can definitely go ahead and check out my shop. Absolutely no pressure, but there is a link and a 15% off coupon in the description box down below. I also have kind of a spin-off sticker subscription. If you are a sticker planner and want to get stickers every month, by subscribing, you save a little bit per sheet. And again, I have a coupon code. I want to say it's like 15% off. It might be more than one box. I forget. Sorry about that. But if you don't want to, you know, buy anything, there's absolutely no pressure. A great free way to support me in the channel is to press the like button or dislike it. Actually, YouTube doesn't care which. They count them as the same thing. But definitely like it, leave a comment, especially if you're watching the replay, be active in the chat, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And if you are interested in supporting me, but for some reason don't want to buy stickers, I also do have a link to my Ko-fi account down below. It's kind of like Patreon on steroids. I don't have membership set up there, but there's a way for you to donate. So absolutely no pressure to spend any money. I just wanted to let you know that all of those are possibilities if you would like to support me. And if you want another free way to support me, I am trying to get my watch time up on YouTube so that I can qualify for the YouTube Partner Program. But oddly enough, live viewers don't count towards that. So you could go ahead and watch a replay that you missed and support me that way by helping me get my watch time up. Again, no pressure, just saying, totally free and hopefully quite entertaining. Catherine, wish we could buy the colored shipping boxes. You could buy one off me. I have a big stack. I'm mostly joking, but a little bit not. I literally have a big stack because I can't bear to get rid of them. Because not only are they like great boxes, but I've turned so many of them into cat beds. And it's really hard to throw them away. Welcome, Pauline. Thank you for joining. We are at the beginning of getting into the planners. So you have missed accessories. You can go ahead and watch that later on the replay, or just stay here for the good stuff because, you know, the planners is the fun stuff. So anyway, Ackman, I want to order some stickers, but for some reason you don't have money after the Erin Condren launch week. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. I actually started I mean, I started making my own stickers because I was buying stickers on Etsy, and I happen to be an artsy, designing individual, and it kind of snowballed. It snowballed from there. So, and I didn't mean to do planner stuff on YouTube either, and it just kind of happened. So I guess it was meant to be. Lynn, thank you for binge watching my videos. I hope you enjoyed them, and I really do appreciate the support with the watch time and everything. I will say the current plan is I will not put ads in front of live streams once I am monetized on YouTube. I might put them at the beginning of the replays, though. I haven't decided yet, but I just wanted to let you know I do not plan on putting them before live streams. That way, if you are here late, you don't have to sit through an ad to jump in. It's just straight to it. Well, unless YouTube decides to put an ad on it and not give me anything, but I won't say, like, put an ad at the beginning. Something else, sorry, another tangent, but I want to know what other planner creators, specifically on YouTube, especially other small creators like myself, you like to watch. Because, so I know I'm a nerd, and I'm also in the gaming space as well as the planner space, and I don't want to assume anybody else is, but I also don't want to mansplain this to you, so I apologize if I'm breaking this up down too much. So in the gaming space, when someone does a live stream, there is kind of a, I guess, like a Twitch thing that's kind of come to YouTube, where when you're ending the stream, you do a raid on somebody else's stream, where you basically send anybody who's watching that stream to somebody else's stream to give them support and hopefully extend their audience by like saying like, hey, I love this person, you know, you should check them out when you're going offline anyway. That way your audience can see some other awesome streamers and creators. So anyway, YouTube rolled out something called Live Redirect, which is supposed to be like Twitch's thing with raids. I've heard it's very buggy, and I honestly don't know of very many other planner streamers. I've definitely seen some out there, but what I was thinking is we could kind of support other people in the planning space here on YouTube, where like at the end of a stream, I could have, sometimes I probably won't do this all the time, but I could have like a video from another creator picked out, and I could like drop a link in the chat or put it in the description and be like, hey, if you want to watch more planner content, go check out this from this person, and we can kind of spread the love around the planner community. So I would love to hear who your favorite planner creators are, so I can definitely check them out. And again, I don't want to promise I'm going to do this every video, but I think this would be a lot of fun and a great way to just kind of share the love. Especially usually when I'm watching streams, I don't want to go at the end. I don't know how that is for you guys, but it would be a really great way for you to not have to think about what you want to watch next on YouTube. Like, oh, I'm just going to go watch this. It would probably be a video and not a stream, but we'll see. So I just wanted to kind of crowdsource ideas to make sure that I'm being exposed to other creators that I might not otherwise know about, that I can check out and then maybe send you to. Okay, back to the planner. Thank you for the suggestion, Lynn. I will definitely check her out. I think we're about to get into the actual planner part of the planner. Not that the rest of it wasn't the planner, but this is like the monthly, weekly stuff. Yeah, exciting. So we do have a notes page here. I never end up using this notes page. I probably should. And then we do have the July page. Again, I did get the July to June planner for this one, and I think for the other one I got an 18-month. So this one's starting in July, and we are going straight into the monthly spread. I will go very, like, more slowly through July, probably just a couple weeks in July, and then after that, I will kind of just flip per month so we can see the colors, I guess. Welcome, author W.S. Tolson. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm really bad at pronunciation, so I apologize in advance if I mispronounce anybody's name or username. I try my best, but I'm not great at it. That's part of the reason why I try not to get mad when other people mispronounce my name. I'm like, I'm bad at pronunciation and I'm bad at remembering names, so I'd be a total hypocrite if I wasn't understanding when other people do the same thing, especially because 𝗬𝗏 is a weird name. So anyway, monthly page. This does not have any design at the top. It really is more of a simplified layout, but still with that classic Erin Condren flair. And we were talking the other day about how when people are talking about a neutral Erin Condren layout, there are a couple of different things that people talk about, and that is where a lot of this confusion has been coming from, as far as this is too neutral, this isn't neutral enough, you know, neutral. So anyway, there's neutral in the sense of toned down, not as bright, not as much going on, but still some more subdued colors, kind of more of a desaturated, I guess. Pastels, nothing too bright, no, not a ton of like really big design elements, just, you know, a little bit of flair here and there, a little bit of color here and there. There also is the true neutral that people talk about, where it's effectively just black and white, at least on the weekly pages is usually where it comes in. And those people are often sticker planners or do some other sort of creative design stuff with their planners. And those are the people that really want the planner to be a blank slate as much as possible, but still want it to be recognizably an Erin Condren planner. So, for example, with the true neutral, if we're looking here, you know, quote unquote, true neutral black and white, these up here, these little color bars, they might be gray versus the color. The tabs in the past, sometimes they've been gray or black, that sort of thing, but you still have that Erin Condren flair. And I bring that up because there's also the focused collection, which we were talking about, is definitely more of the black and white, but because it is so stripped down, it doesn't have those little bits of the Erin Condren flair that really necessarily makes it recognizably an Erin Condren planner. So this is obviously a little bit more of the stripped down, neutral, desaturated approach versus quote unquote true neutral, black and white. And obviously it is not a focus planner. So I just thought I'd recap that for anybody who wasn't here the other day, because that was a really interesting conversation and it really put a lot into perspective about people talking about the neutral Erin Condren options. I think we were talking about it mostly in context of the teacher lesson planner the other day, but it was a really interesting conversation to have, and I think it might be something I bring up with Erin Condren specifically, because I think it's because we're using the same word to describe different things, there's some confusion. And while you definitely can't make everybody happy, if you at least use language that differentiates these different needs, then you might have some people, you might have at least an agreement on what something should be, even if that's not what they want for their planner. I hope that makes sense. You can't make everybody happy, so who knows? Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't work, but maybe it will. Ackman, so if you do put a lot of stickers in your planner and there is color in the planner, or even a lot of black bars or something like that, it actually shows up through a lot of the stickers. And so for that reason, a lot of sticker planners will actually use whiteout tape to get rid of that. But then that comes with some other problems. So you don't get stuff showing through the stickers, but sometimes you get it sticking out the side, which, I mean, that looks fine. It's not the biggest deal in the world. If you miss the whiteout tape in some sections, with some of them it's hard to like put it down. You can't be as precise as you want to be. There's just some issues that come with the whole whiteout tape approach. So, you know, it's just one of those things. I could also see people who like to do a lot of like pens and colorful stuff like that, wanting a little bit more of a blank slate as well, or just really appreciating that more, that aesthetic more, like it looks like Sarah does. So, you know, it's just one of those things. It really comes down to personal preference, and I'm not saying there's necessarily a right way or a wrong way, but I think if we could all agree on what these terms mean, there would be significantly less discourse. So anyway, Author 𝗀𝗚𝗲𝗏, for me, whether I use whiteout or not depends on how much effort I'm willing to put into the spread. If I want to do it quickly, I won't, or if I'm feeling lazy, I won't. Sometimes I will, but I also got like a really big pack of whiteout, not pens, but tape things. So I was like, I probably should use them. I did get the nice ones, I have to say. I did get the Dollar Tree ones for a little while, and then I needed them, and I think it was like in the height of lockdown, and I'm like, I'll just buy a big pack. Anyway, I just realized how late it is getting, and I do actually have to get some work done after this, so I don't want to like speed through, but I do have to pick things up. I know I'm the one going on tangents, but I just feel free to chat in the chat that I need to move on. This is the monthly dashboard page. Again, we are using the July monthly colors, very desaturated, though we do have a little bit of a difference in the colors here with the Harmony theme. They're definitely within the same color family, but it's not drastically different colors. We have a note page here, filling up pretty much the whole page, except for a little bit more of a header space up here, as well as an Erin Condren logo. I don't think it's been like this in a while, but in past years, or at least the first year maybe, the notes page had a pretty big border around it, which is why I mentioned that specifically. And then these are, I mean, you can do kind of what you want with them. This one obviously has a check mark built into them. This one is a dot grid. I think you might be able to get stickers to cover these. I never released them in my sticker shop because I couldn't get them perfect, and if I bought something that was supposed to fit something and it wasn't perfect, I would feel a little disappointed, so I didn't feel comfortable releasing them, but I think other people do make them if that is something you're interested in. I am glad that they took away the headers on a couple of these. It used to be like birthdays here. It's like, I'm lucky if I have one birthday in a month, let alone like 5 people with birthdays. I don't need a whole box for that. So here is the actual month, and I'm actually going to flip to the next page because this is a June, July, and I want to see July. And you know what? I'm going to do a little trick that I had been known to do back in the day with my Plan With Me pre-recorded videos. I do definitely want to do some Plan With Me streams, but I'm just taking these pens and I'm putting it under here to pull that up and even it out a little bit. That way we can see it a little bit better and we don't have one side that is significantly lower than the other. Okay, compact vertical. I'm not sure if this is going to work for me. I know a lot of people love the lines. When I heard that they were doing a vertical version, I was hoping they would do it like, you know, the classic 7x9 vertical, except in a smaller version. I agree in hindsight that having columns for each day would be way too small. I will give you that, but I personally would have loved to see a little bit of like these rounded top motifs and things like that. Kind of the traditional Erin Condren vertical flair, but with a different orientation of the specific boxes. I hope that makes sense. I also, again, am not a huge person about having lines in my planners. I know it's a weird thing. A lot of people need them. For me, I think I mentioned it earlier, having the lines puts me on the rails a little bit. Like, it's not an open space, so I can't do whatever I want with it. I feel like I have to keep things lined up with the lines, in the lines, things like that. But because there's not a checklist and I use my planner as a glorified checklist, sorry, I was hearing something. To me, it's like on the rails, but not enough on the rails. Hope that makes sense. That's why I ended up getting all of those checklist washies, because I wanted to see if I could make this work, because I absolutely love how small it is. And my desk gets messy as it is. I'd love to have a planner that has a lower desk bookmark footprint. Takes up less space on my desk. Welcome, Sharon. I'm glad you're able to make it. So, this is the first year we've done the compact vertical, so it is entirely possible that we will see something entirely different next year, or we might see something similar next year. I know a lot of people who are getting the compact verticals, so based on what I know now, I would be highly surprised if we don't have something next year, but we'll see. Obviously, we have all days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then down here, because the week has 7 days and there are 8 spots, we have a little bit of a space for notes, as well as a little month at a glance. I am definitely in the I don't necessarily want to see the month at a glance camp. I also do a combination planning style between Google Calendar and a physical planner. So I use Google Calendar for my month at a glance. I don't really even use the monthly pages in here. I do all that on Google Calendar, and this is for like, I want to dial in for the week. What are my to-dos? What are my specific appointments? Things like that. That's my planning style. So I am very curious. I'm probably going to end up creating some sort of sticker just for me that will cover up all of the lines to see if that helps me. I also might try making a sticker that does have the checklist or has different spots for different things. I don't know. Having a sticker shop myself, whether or not I put the stickers on sale in the sticker shop, does give me the ability to try to make something custom for me to make this work. And if I find something that works for me, you know, I could print off a bunch of them, maybe just white or, you know, rainbow colors or something like that. I just redid all of my colors for my stickers. I think I posted on the community tab. Yeah, I did about that. My old standard colors for when I did like a rainbow sheet of stickers or like offered a specific, you know, oh, you can pick one of these colors. I hadn't matched them to Erin Condren colors. It's been bugging me for a while. I finally redid it. I haven't actually done any stickers with the new colors yet, but my point is I have those colors. They are more matched to the colorful Erin Condren versus this, so we'll see. But anyway, my point is that I might be putting something together sticker-wise to see if I can make this work for me well. I also have a huge stack of sticker paper that is like lower quality than I'll usually sell stickers on. I used to use it for labels and I got a label printer. So I mostly just use it for testing or when I'm printing out personal stickers now. So it'd be nice to have something I'm using it for a lot. And then we're just going through, I mean, it's going to be pretty much the same spread every week. So as I said, after I go through that, I'm mostly just going to go month by month and just show you the different colors. So we have August here, a little bit more of a muted purple kind of lavendery color. I absolutely, well, it's mauve. That's what it is. I love mauve. Love, love, love mauve. Back when I painted my nails all the time, mauve was like one of the big ones. Either that or something holographic or shiny or something. Next is September. So this is definitely a much cooler purple. I'm not sure if I would say it's quite lavender. It's a little bit more blue than I would call for lavender, but that could be me splitting hairs here. October is light blue. Again, very pretty. Interesting pick for October, though. I would have expected them to do like a peach or something like that, because that would be kind of orange adjacent, but whatever. I'm not the one making the decisions. Next, we have November, which is this green color. And, oh, I just realized this tab is off center. Can you see that? Will it focus? Not a big enough deal to like ask them to replace it or anything. I just find it funny. And I find this kind of interesting because in the colorful planners, December is, I think, more of a greenish color. And yet they've kind of switched it up. And here it's like a tan color. Here we have kind of a pinky, I don't know, pinky mauve? I'm not sure how you would say that, but that's for January. February is another like purple mauve-y color. It is a little bit warmer than August when I'm not sure if you can see, but I'm just like looking at the tabs and I can tell it's a little bit warmer. March is kind of like a blue with a little bit of purple in there. Very pretty. My birthday is in March, so this one's a little bit off-center too. So a lot of them actually are off-center. I think November is just the most off-center. All right, I won't ask for a replacement, but I probably will let them know, just so they're aware. April, we have another light blue. Oh, that is so, so pretty. I love that. May is a beautiful soft green. June, we have a gray, not a gray, like a taupey color with just a hint of green. I'm not sure if that's picking up on camera, but I can see a little bit of a green undertone in the actual color, and you can also see the green here. And I think we need to elevate the back now, so we'll flip that over. And then July, we have, is that the same color as the first July? Yes, it is. So that same pinky color. And then after July, it looks like it does go all the way through July. Interesting. In the past, the 1 year has only gone through June. That's cool. So we have a couple of notes pages. It looks like the notes tab is on this side of the first notes page, probably because they didn't want to put the tab on the last week of July. So we have this here. It is, I mean, apart from the little Erin Condren logo up here, very simple, just the lines. And it looks like we have a few pages of notes here. I'm not going to count them, but you know, you could count them or watch the replay or something. And then we have our heritage and awareness observations. So in the past, they have printed a lot of holidays in the planner, and then apparently people complained because there were too many holidays being printed in the planners. So last year they made a little sticker sheet that came in the back, so people could put the holidays and awareness days that mattered in their planners. And this year they've done away with the stickers, but they do have a page that has everything. So you can manually put them in if you want, or just have something to refer back to. So there's that. We have the keep in touch page. I almost never use this. That's just me, but I don't use this page. Maybe I can come up with something else and make a sticker that goes over it that I could use. I don't know. But here we have the next year at a glance, starting in January 2024. It would be nice if it started in July 2023 for people that had the July start version that only goes 12 months, but whatever. I understand that they want to have one version to go in both planners. I think in some years they've had 18 months here to kind of make up for it, but you know, it is what it is. So you can, you know, make different notes, put down things that are coming up. Luscious Labels has a great video on stamping on planners. Ooh, I'm going to have to check that out. Thank you. And then we have the back page and the stickers. And we have already seen the stickers from photos that I've shown of people that did get the preview copies, but I will just go through them real fast as well. This is, of course, the A5 Harmony Neutral version of the stickers. These, it looks like this foil page is silver, as is this one. I love these little page flags and these reminder ones. Oh, and the to-dos are gorgeous. Oh, so pretty. And then we have our perpetual planner in the back, which I never use, so probably should go in the recycling, but I just have stacks of these. And we have the back of the planner and then my little prop-up pen thing. And that is all of the compact vertical. So let us go ahead and move into our last planner. I say that as if I had like 15 different planners that I was showing you. This is the 7x9. I wish there was like a nice way to put that, like 7x9. Like, I know it's not an A size, but you know, it would be nice. So I'll keep this over here until I need it. Obviously, we already looked at the rulers, so I don't necessarily need to go through that. This is the color cover. I'm going to take that off. This is the cover that I chose. I'm pretty sure it's one of the 𝗬𝗍𝗍 covers. I just really like it. It's very colorful and pretty. Here we have the inside. Here is my other welcome packet, just to show you guys that I did get one with both. Lynn, no specific updates on the teacher lesson planner now, but the embargo is up tomorrow. So there are going to be a lot of people talking about them. And on Thursday's stream, I am going to be talking about the town hall that covered the teacher lesson planner. A lot of the stuff that was in the town hall, I hope this isn't something I shouldn't be saying, a lot of the stuff that was in the town hall was covered in the sneak peeks, but I definitely have some other stuff that they talked about. And I'll be able to show you some other stuff that's going on. So that's going to be Thursday, 2:30 p.m. Pacific. All right, so 7x9 planner. Again, I'm just going to ooh and ah over this vellum. I got the color blends version. I meant to get Harmony Colorful, and then at the last minute I chose color blends, and I think I made the right choice. We'll see. I might regret it later, but oh, that vellum is so pretty, and I'm gonna like flip and never look at it again. So, LifePlanner vertical layout. This is my life. Luckily, they took out the on-the-go LifePlanner on-the-go part because this is not an on-the-go planner. That's just my little quip or my little thing. And here is our beginning page with the beautiful color blends ombre scheme here. So there's that. And then this is the year at a glance. Again, this is an 18-month year at a glance so that it works for the 18-month version as well as the July start and the December start. I did get the 18-month version of this, by the way, because partially so I had extra space to test my stickers, and partially because I want to say it was October and November match up for like the dates for May, June, which means I can start using this planner practically immediately, which is very exciting. So look forward to a plan with me very soon. I don't know when, but soon. But anyway. Yeah, 18-month version for that. Color blends is ugly to me. I only like it on the monthly tab pages. That's fair. I really like color blends on the weekly pages. I felt like it gave it a little bit more pizzazz for if I didn't want to plan with stickers. It took some time to grow on me. At first, it was kind of plain, and then I realized, well, actually, for me, I like that it has the colors, but it doesn't necessarily have a lot going on. So it's a nice mix of the colorful and the neutral. I know a lot of people like just my type. I didn't like that. I found that to be ugly. So I think it's one of those like you can't please everybody sort of things. So we have this, little, yearly dashboard, whatever you want to do with it. Again, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it, but notice how this has a background because it is a colorful layout specifically. And then we have our start, we have our notes page, as well as our July tab. And again, each month has its own color, so it's going to be fairly monotone. So anyway. This is the monthly page, duh. And so you can kind of see like that color variation that I just really liked. It's a little bit harder to see on camera. Maybe there'll be a month like August or something where it's a little bit more noticeable. I don't know. Maybe I'm just, no, it's definitely two different colors. But then I flip to the other ones and I don't see it as much. Anyway, we don't have a border or a header or anything like that going on here. So it definitely is kind of the more stripped down layout, just with, instead of having dialed down accents, it has colorful accents. The good question about the tabs being off, it looks like the tabs are all perfectly centered. For anybody who came in a little bit late after we looked at the A5 and noticed this, a lot of the tabs on the A5, and I can just grab it to show you, are a little off center. In November, it was the easiest one to see it. So can you see that? That tab is definitely off center. The November on this one, I mean, if you look at it, it is a tiny bit off center, I guess. I was looking at like August, September, October. I don't know, maybe they're having an issue with November. I don't feel like it's as bad as the A5 though. Let us get into the weeks. Oh, We have this dashboard. Again, pretty much the same, except instead of the stripped down, not the stripped down, instead of, you know, the bars being more neutral, they are definitely the color blends and brighter. So, and now we get into the weeks. And this ombre, maybe the next day would actually be better, because again, this is half June, half July. Oh, that ombre is just so gorgeous to me. And I was like, I think that's going to be just enough interest on weeks that I don't really want to completely sticker plan to keep me interested and just be able to use pen and not feel like it's a boring week in my planner. I know I mentioned this like every other stream, but I was diagnosed last year with ADHD. And so I've known since I started using planners that I like decorating my planner because it makes me want to look at it. And if it makes me want to look at it, then I see what I have to do and it makes me want to check things on too. I think is going to be really great for me personally. There have been some years where there have been decorative elements on the side of the vertical, and those are gorgeous, but when you're trying to use stickers that don't necessarily go with it, it can be a little annoying. So anyway, that is the weekly vertical spread. I mean, we've had the vertical for years. It's the original Erin Condren, so I feel like there's only so much that you can say about it, especially because they haven't really made a lot of changes in where anything is and stuff like that, and the little things that they have had that are different we've already talked about. So anyway, we have that, and then we'll just go month by month again. So August is yellow. They have a little bit of that peach coming in, and if you remember from like years and years ago, the first year I had my Erin Condren, we did a stream. It's the one where I have like the stack of planners in the thumbnail. I probably should go back and redo that thumbnail. It was done super quickly. But anyway, there used to be 2 colors for every month in the Erin Condren planners. And so color blends in some ways, even though it's not the same colors, is kind of bringing that back. So here is August. We definitely start, now that I'm looking at it, yellow, and we get more peachy over here. And we kind of start yellow, go peach, and then go into yellow again. And the part of me that likes things being in order absolutely loves that August 1st is a Monday. I get so happy when a month starts on either a Sunday or a Monday, because it just is like the beginning. The beginning of the week, beginning of the month, it just lines up and it's gorgeous. So, Sarah mentioning that like August is always your favorite month for planners. I love this color day because I don't like a lot of the greens that Erin Condren uses for those sorts of things, and my birthday is very close to St. Patrick's Day, and it always feels like it gets overshadowed, and when I was a kid, it often fell over spring break. Anyway, this whole like complex thing of feeling like my birthday was overshadowed by St. Patrick's Day, and I get a little salty. But yeah, I absolutely love this. It's beautiful. We have September. We have purples from a cooler purple to a warmer purple for this one. So we have that again here. It's a little bit more subtle just because it is purples and it's not changing a ton. We have that again. And then let's go to a full week. So again, we have cool to warm to cool. According to Erin Condren, August is lemon. I do like lemons. Well, I don't like lemons. I like lemon flavored things that have a lot of sweetness in them, I should say. Should clarify that. Here is October. So we definitely have some orange here, but we have kind of like the yellow here. This is more of a peachier orange. This is more of like a, not warmer orange, but like a, more of a sunsetty orange, I guess. So here we go. And then let's take a look here. So again, we have the peachy into the brighter yellowier orange and then back into the peachier orange. November, light blue and not dark blue, like medium blue. So again, that's a combo week. The more I'm looking at this in person, the more I'm loving it. Oh, I told you guys I would smell this planner too. Yep, smells like new planner. For anybody who missed it, in the Erin Condren LifePlanner town hall, they had like this whole thing where they were all smelling the planners. And so I was like, I don't remember what planners smell like. So I tried to smell one of my planners, but it had already dissipated. So anyway, that was the whole thing of smelling the planners. December, I really love that they have this darker forest green for December. A lot of times they definitely do more of this light green. And for me, this says kind of like Christmas, winter a lot more. As somebody who does celebrate Christmas more secularly than religiously, but still, this is definitely the standard December Erin Condren color though. I like how I put this here and then they put the foresty green here, so you have a little bit of a contrast. I think that's gorgeous. And there's the dashboard and a week. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. January is kind of like an indigo into like a tealier blue, I guess. So we have that same, they probably had that contrast between the color of the bars and the month every time. And I just haven't noticed, but yeah, anyway. Okay, this I'm in love with. I love these colors right here. So the fact that we have it on both sides of the page, just kind of like bookending it, so beautifully. I agree, Ackman. It would be so much more fun if they called it pine. And I feel like calling it pine is like wintry, but not Christmassy, so you wouldn't necessarily be excluding people. I mean, a lot of the traditions of Christmas, if you look at it historically, and I hope I'm not going to offend anybody because I'm not meaning to, from a historical standpoint, a lot of the traditions that we celebrate for Christmas actually came from pagan traditions, like having a tree that you would bring in the house and decorate, and putting up lights and stuff to light the darkest night of the year with like solstice and stuff like that. I had a lot of pagan friends in high school, so I just kind of picked up a lot of this stuff. And one thing that I thought was like really wonderful and like, I guess kind of a poetic encapsulation of holiday traditions is that apparently like traditionally back in the day, you would, for like the holidays, Yule, whatever they called it, you would, you'd bring a tree in and you would decorate it. And then you would save it, and in May Day, you would like make sure that all the branches were stripped off. You'd probably do that ahead of time. And it would be your maypole. And then you would save the maypole for the next winter holidays, and you would chop it up, and that would be your Yule log in your fireplace. And I thought that was so cool, like very cyclical, circle of life thing. And it was very interesting for me to kind of see where those traditions kind of came together and met, and just like historically speaking, where they had come from. So again, I hope I'm not offending anybody. That is not my purpose. I find little tidbits like that quite fascinating. And I'm not personally super religious myself. So, yeah. Yay! For anybody who's curious, I consider myself agnostic for the most part. But I grew up in like a Christian family, and I celebrate the Christian holidays more from a secular standpoint. Anyway, not that we need to talk about that, but we were talking about Christmas colors and pines and things like that. So anyway, back to the planner. February, pinks. I think that works out great. I love it. You can definitely see the difference between the pink here and the pink for the February a little bit less. Or like, there's definitely a difference, but they're not contrasting as much, is what I meant to say. Here's that page. Again, not as much of a contrast, so you can't really tell as much if that's a different color. And then, oh, I love this, just the way it splits the week with the colors, so pretty. But here is February. And again, because the differences are a little bit more subtle, while you can definitely see it, it's not as much of an ombre in your face sort of thing. Here we have March. I was happy when they made March more of a mint versus like a green for St. Patrick's Day. It made me a lot less salty because I definitely love mint. So we have more of like a deeper mint to a lighter mint. Nice contrast there. Love it. And then this is another one where you can't really see the difference in the ombre throughout the week, but whatever. 𝗚𝗲𝘁. There's the April page. Again, we have those beautiful indigos, this time a little bit more of a purpley spin on it. Very, very pretty. And then, oh, this is another one. Again, I love these like blue, purpley, pinky colors. Those are kind of my favorite. May is kind of like a pinky mauve. Love that. I mean, I would think it would be brighter, but whatever. I mean, this is quite bright. This actually matches pretty well. Usually the day, or usually the name of the month we've seen has contrasted to the color here, and this has more matched the color on this side, but here they match up. Interesting. Ooh, I like how contrasty this is. Like you can definitely see the progression of the colors. Game show hand gestures. Oh yes. And over here, you want an E? Would you like to buy a vow? June. This is another one that isn't quite as contrasty. We shall see what it looks like when we get to the actual page though. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely see a difference, but it's not as contrasty as some of the months. I definitely like it when it's a little bit more contrasting. And then back to July. And, oh, right, I got the 18 months. I'm like, this should be the end. This should be the end. It's like, no. But it's just going to repeat the same colors, so I'm not going to bother. So we are going to go ahead and skip to the Notes tab. So look at the back of the book. Okay. So just like the other one, the Notes tab is on this side of the Notes page so that it is not on the edge of this page. Oh, I need to switch my little stack thing. And then this doesn't even have an Erin Condren logo on it on the Notes pages. Interesting design choice. I thought the other one did. Oh, here it is. It's on this side. I'm pretty sure nope, it was just the monthly Notes pages that had that, I guess. Okay. Never mind. But yeah, not a lot of anything going on. I remember like the Woven Wonder year, they had a little bit in there, and I was not a huge Woven Wonder fan, but I did like that little flair on the Notes pages. So I am a little sad that we didn't get something like that. I'm not sure how you would do it for color blends, but maybe Harmony has something. Well, I guess we just saw Harmony Neutral. So anyway, we have the same heritage and awareness observations with the beautiful color blend title. And then here we have the color blend background here. Ah, I just love it. And again, we have 2024 at a glance. Same design choices basically. And then we have the end of the book with the stickers. So let's go ahead and look at these. Oh, I did get the rose gold coil, as you can tell, with this one because I'm expecting this to be my main planner, I guess. We'll see. The A5 might be my main planner. We'll see. I didn't get any planners just for testing purposes this year. I have in the past, but there haven't, between budget constraints and there have not been a lot of changes to like horizontal like sizes and stuff like that, I wasn't really able to justify it. Anyway, these stickers are gorgeous. We have gold foil here. So pretty. Another gold foil, or all of these gold foil, and I should just stop talking about what color foil it is. So pretty. One year I got Erin Condren stickers that were like cut really off, and so I always check. These circles are not quite centered, but they're not far enough off that I'm actually concerned about it. If I wasn't specifically mentioning it, that like I had the ones that were really off that one year, I wouldn't bring it up. Like for me, like if I was sending out stickers, that's within acceptable margins, and I don't think many people will notice that. So, rose gold foil. Okay, so we do have some different colors of foil. Lots of celebrating and birthdays. I don't have nearly that many that I need to celebrate. What can I say? I'm a loner. I don't have a big family. I'm an introvert. I don't have a ton of friends. I'm like a, small group of close friends type of person. I just don't have that many birthdays. And I don't have kids, so I don't have to deal with I shouldn't say deal. I don't have kids, so I don't have their friends' birthdays. And I don't have a ton of relatives, mostly just because there aren't a ton of kids in my generation. So anyway, here are our little appointment boxes, or really whatever you want to do with them. So pretty. I love the way the color blends looks on the whole page. I can't always get it perfect, but when I'm designing sticker pages, I always like to try to make the page of stickers look just as good as the stickers themselves, like on the page versus in a vacuum, if that makes sense. So something like that, where it's just like so continuous, is just so beautiful. Yes, you do get more stickers in the A5, or in the 7x9 versus the A5. The 7x9 is 4 pages, whereas the A5 is 2 pages. And then we have the back folder. Again, color blends and perpetual calendar. They only have little bits of foil here. And then we have the back of the 𝗬𝗏𝗡𝗏 cover. And that is the end of my planner haul. Oh my God. Okay, well, I was gonna say that seemed to go on forever, but also take almost no time at all at the same time, which is really a weird thing to say, because I've been talking, that would be the empty box falling over. I think it has decided it's time to go. So I will see you guys on Thursday, again, 2:30 p.m. Pacific. We are going to talk about the Teacher Lesson Planner Town Hall, all sorts of behind the scenes, little details and things like that. I have a couple pictures that I can show you that I haven't been able to show you up until, well, technically tomorrow, but I stream Mondays and Thursdays. Please do remember to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help me a lot. Leave a comment, especially if you're with the replay, letting me know what you think about everything we talked about today. Really, really appreciative. If you'd like to support me and this channel, help me keep the lights on, all that good stuff, I have some Erin Condren affiliate links in the description box. If you're going to make an Erin Condren purchase, using that helps me out. I also have an Etsy sticker shop, link and coupon code in the description for that as well. It's called 𝗀𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, named after my kitties. The kitties are up there sleeping, and you can't see them. But, well, technically they're not sleeping, but they're just staying still. Okay, yeah, Ahmed, I'll do that. I think that is everything I wanted to talk about. One of these days I'll actually come up with a scripted, cohesive ending to these things, but I hope to see you in the next planner video. Thank you again to Erin Condren for gifting me a $100 gift card for today's haul and the shopping trip, and I will see you all next time. Bye!